everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do I have enough bling on for y'all? Do y'all think this is enough bling, or do I need to put a little bit more bling on? Listen, I wanted to get blinged out tonight because tonight represents the first episode of season 6. Yes, season 6 of our Sister to Sister Connection show. I'm Leticia Campbell. I'm your host. I also host this show with my girl, Miss Twonta Davis Jones, but she is off tonight. She has a prior engagement that she had to attend to, but she feels so bad that she's not here. But I know she's definitely here in spirit. So for those of you who are watching and tuning in, please say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching this on a replay, do us a quick favor and type in hashtag replay. I'm so excited to be here. So I'm all blinged out. I'm all glammed out tonight because this is a milestone day. Okay. This is a day where, we're starting fresh. We're kicking it off right. And we are so happy. Twonta and I are so happy that you guys have been riding with us all throughout this season. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us today on the show. So tonight I have a really good topic, right? Twonta always comes up with these fire hot topics. And tonight's topic is about make your noise. Make your noise. Okay. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my girl, the legendary Miss Therese Westmoreland. She's our show producer. She's hanging out. She's putting the banners across the screen for you guys, making sure that we are following along with this right. But make your noise. I love this topic because a lot of times we as women, we become dormant, right? We become more of the people that even though we could be sitting in a room, we want to sit like in the back of the room. How many of y'all feel that way? How many of y'all feel like, you struggle with standing out, right? How many of y'all feel like you have a passion and you have a testimony to share? You have a big movement to start, but you feel like I'm not worthy. Or, hey, Diane, how are you? Or why me? I was having a conversation earlier today with a client of mine, and a lot of times, and this is just a weird gift that I have, right? Where God would give me a message to get to another client. I was speaking to one of my clients, and I was telling her how I see you on stages. I see you doing some major things, right? And whenever somebody's giving you a vision or a testimony or speaking over your life, because Twonta spoke over my life years ago, back in 2018, 2017, actually, she told me that I'll be flying above all of my enemies. And literally months later, I spoke at a major event in Bali, Indonesia, literally flying an amazing plane ride over all my enemies, right? So when you have people who are gifted to speak over your life, sometimes it's hard to take in. Sometimes it's hard for you to say, wow, is she talking to me? Was this message really meant for me? And so sometimes I do that. And so for those of you who are sitting here and you're watching here live, or you're watching here this on a replay, do you feel sometimes like, yeah, you have a testimony to share. Yeah, you need to get out there more. You need to make some more noise. But you feel like, am I really the person? Like you're questioning that, right? You're saying like, well, why me? Why not you? Have you ever asked yourself that? If it's not you, then who? You understand? Sometimes you're the only person who is responsible and accountable to deliver on the passion that you need to deliver on. Diane is an amazing entrepreneur where she helps families, set up their vacation packages, create memories. There's thousands upon thousands of other women out there that do the same thing, but God put that passion on Diane for her to get out there and help millions of other families. And those of you on here who have whatever passion or desire that you have, whatever noise, right, that you have within you that you're trying to keep locked and key. I find that sometimes I find some women who are doing so well in business, but they don't want to share with nobody. I find like sometimes that women are doing so well in life that they feel guilty for sharing it. I used to be the person that didn't want to talk about all the amazing things that I do for my clients. I wouldn't even post my testimonials until one day somebody told me, listen, it is okay to brag. It's not bragging if it's true. Right? But we hide that noise. It's like our inner true selves is shouting to get out there, and you're probably keeping her in prison within you. Make your noise. make your noise. So I have some awesome tips to share with you guys today. How about 5 to share with you guys? Just that I'm going to help you guys activate that noise that's already within you. I'm going to help you guys bring out that inner person that's within you, that inner spirit that's within you, that wanted to just be break out free and get out there and spread her wings and touch and connect the people that she wants to touch and connect. But here's the thing, you're just a vessel. I always say that you're a vessel, and you're here to get people from one area to the next. But if you're feeling like, listen, why me, or I shouldn't be doing this, then you're really, putting yourself at a disadvantage. So I want to know if y'all in the comments, let me know in the chat if you're ready. Let me know if you're ready. I'm gonna figure out this whole Wi-Fi thing real quick because it looks like I'm getting a little bit fuzzy. But while I'm doing that, let me know. Hey, LaShawn, how are you? Let me know, right, if you are ready. It's quite funny. Before I jump into tip number one of the things I want to share is how today I was telling my clients today how I didn't feel focused, right? I was up, I was active, I was getting a lot of stuff done, but I didn't feel focused, right? So as I was doing my live in the group, in my client group, I was saying, you know what, guys, I got to think of a different word when I feel this way, because it's not that I'm not focused. I am very focused, right? But it was really that when God is about to do a transition in your life, sometimes things feel out of place, even though they're not out of place. You guys ever feel that way when you walk into your room and you feel like something ain't right, something's out of place, but everything is exactly where it needs to be. Everything is exactly where it has to be. And we're just diving. We just need to be prepared, for the transition. So I got my girl LaShawn said that she's ready. So let's jump into tip number one, Therese. I love this conversation we're going to have today. Today's topic is make your noise. Tip number one is embrace who you are currently. Embrace who you are currently. A lot of us do not give ourselves enough credit. I want you guys to give yourself credit, because if you woke up this morning, you are one of the most fortunate people out there. If you are here now, that means that you have already gotten through thousands and thousands of obstacles that has came up and been brought in front of you before this day. If you woke up this morning, you're winning. So I want all of you to embrace who you are currently right now. There's times where I get overwhelmed. There's times, me being a wife, this month my husband and I celebrate our 20th year anniversary. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I have so many different hats that I wear every day. And there's days where I do get overwhelmed. There's days where I feel like I'm doing too much, I'm giving too much, or I'm doing too little, or I'm not giving enough effort. And I have to sit back and say, Leticia, calm down. Look where you were 5 years ago. This August makes 5 years that I've been a full-time entrepreneur. That's a huge milestone to celebrate. And wherever you guys are at in your life right now, embrace it. Embrace it. You may feel like you're not where you need to be, but really, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So embrace that, because if you don't embrace where you are right now, how are you going to be blessed with anything greater? If you're not embracing and accepting, you may not be happy with it, but just accept it, because where you are right now in your life comes from either the things you did or didn't do in the past, or both. So when you embrace where you're at right now and hold yourself accountable for where you're at right now, guess what happens? It's only looking up from here. So I want y'all to put in the comments right now, I will embrace where I'm at currently. I will embrace where I'm at currently. Embrace that. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But when you embrace it and say, you know what? It is what it is. I can only move forward from here. But when you sit back and you're like, oh my God, talking about, I find so many women, they'll sit back and they talk about something that happened last week, like the thing that happened at the Oscars. I'm like, listen, why are we still talking about this? Move the hell on. I can't stand when people come into a group publicly on their page and talk about other people who got way more money than them. And all these bad things that you're saying about them, or your opinions, right? They got more money than you at the end of the day. So good, like they say, bad news is good news at the same time. So let's move on and talk about something else. Let's come together and talk about something else that's going to help elevate, that's going to help to move you forward. If it's not something that's going to help you move you forward and also move your movement forward, let's just leave it where it was 2 Sundays ago, because it's really not going to be information. Thank you, LaShawn. That's going to help you to get to that next level. If anything, spreading negative information only is going to make you depressed. It's only going to make you, like, some things I don't talk about because they're triggers for me. Violence is a trigger for me. Gossiping or talking negatively is a trigger for me. So I may say one or two things and then I'm done. I'm moving on, right? So again, embrace. Thank you, Diane. Embrace where you are currently, right now. See, I embrace where I am right now every day. I say, you know what? I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I'm sitting in this chair. I'm happy that I'm sitting in front of this computer talking to you guys. I am embracing this. All right. Thank you, ladies. Number two, let's jump into tip number two, y'all. This is good. If you just hopped on, what we're talking about today is make your noise. Okay. My co-host, Kawanta Davis Jones, she had a prior engagement, so she's not going to be on tonight, but y'all got me. And guess what? We're going to be chatting and turning it up on the afterglow. So Teresa's going to put the link for the afterglow for you guys. We're going to hang out for about a half an hour in our afterglow, honey, where we go more deeper, we chat, we have a lot of fun, and some awesome networking happens at the same time. All right, so number two is take action using what you already have now. You have everything. Put this in the comments real quick. Write in the comments right now, ladies. I have everything that I need to take action now. I have everything that I need to take action now. Listen, guys, when I first started building my business online, all I had was my cell phone. Okay. All I had was my cell phone and a PayPal.me link. Okay. So when I went online, I was selling my workshops, I was selling my courses. You know where I send people to? I sent to my PayPal link. And yes, during that time, there were people that had great pages, great websites, great everything. But I knew that the situation that I was in, working at a job all day for 13, 14 hours, not spending enough time with my kids, I knew I wanted to get out of that situation. So I utilized what I had in that moment and I took action using what I already have now or at that time. All of you guys have more enough that you need right now to get more healthy, to make your six figures, okay, to help provide an impact and a result for people. You have everything you need right now. If you're waiting for more, then you're going to be waiting forever. You ever hear that term? Some people be like, well, I want to pay for something, I want to buy this thing, but I'm gonna wait till I have the full amount to get it. Instead of saying, well, you have $200 right now, why don't you just send that out, and then when you get another $200 the next week or the next day, you're putting it towards it. Because while you're sitting there trying to build this up, you're actually spending or taking from it at the same time. So why don't you just take action on what you have right now, move with what you have right now, right? And you're going to get to your goal much faster. I have everything I need to take action now. Stop waiting. I want y'all to put this in the chat. No more waiting. No more waiting. What are you waiting for? Nobody's going to tap you on your shoulder and say, hey, are you ready? Nobody's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, are you ready to get in the driver's seat? Are you ready to get moving? Nobody's going to do that. And the devil is literally banking on you waiting, because he knows that you have everything you need right now to take action, but you don't realize it. Take action using what you already have. Most of you, and some of y'all, I see y'all on here, you're very knowledgeable on what you know in your business. Why haven't you gone live and talked about it? You're very live. You're very knowledgeable in what in your niche, and how you can help people, how you can provide a transformation or what people need. Why have you hit that go button? Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting and then debating? Because what happens, what I find with most women is that while they're waiting, you're playing the blame game. While you're waiting, nothing grows. While you're waiting, all those dreams and aspirations that you're seeking after dies. Stop waiting. Okay. So let's go into tip number 3. Let's go to tip number 3, y'all. Yes. Number 3 is to don't get distracted by other women who are also making noise. This is a great point. I had a client that reached out to me last week, and she was in the process of launching her membership. So she already got her sales page set up. She got her payment page set up, ready to go. But the day later, she went on YouTube and she saw another person who does exactly what she does in business. And this person had great videos, great studio, an awesome setup. So then she reached out to me right after, my client, and she said, Coach, I see this girl over here on YouTube and she has all this awesome stuff. I don't have half or nowhere near what she has. I don't think nobody's going to get buy my offer. And I was like, why are you looking over there, first of all? Like, and if you are looking over there, like that, sometimes God will put our competitors in front of us, like, or sometimes when you're on YouTube you get those suggested videos, or if you're on Facebook, certain things come up in your timeline, ads and things like that, and you're seeing people who are in the same industry as you or similar industries as you, and they're doing it big, like big branded films, great photos, things like that. And the reason why God put those people a lot of times in front of you, because he's showing you where you're going to be. He's showing you, since you've already set everything up, you built that house. He's showing you how your house that you're building, like my client with her membership, right? The house that you're building is going to turn into a castle. And he's showing you the castle, but you're taking it the wrong way. You're saying that I'm not enough, right? And God is really showing you the destination that you're going to end up at and beyond. So when I look at other women, right? Because I'm an email marketing strategist. I'm the number 1 email marketing strategist. So when I look at other women who do similar to what I do, or the same exact thing, and I see that they got great videos, they got great social media content, all the things, that's God showing me that's where you're going to be. That all that engagement this person getting, all the publication this person's being featured in, that's where you're going to be. That and beyond that person. So stop taking things. And here's another thing. I want to say this. If you are seeing other people out there doing bigger things than you, shouldn't you be around other people and watching other people who are smarter than you, who are doing bigger things than you? Why would you want to be around people who are at the same level and lower than you when it comes to your business or when it comes to your life? Like, if you're the smartest person in the room, don't you think maybe you should get in a different room? If all on your timeline is there are people who are struggling, don't you think maybe you should find other friends so other content is in your better content is on your timeline? It's almost like rappers, right? Or famous people. See a lot of rappers and famous people, they grow up in the ghetto, they grew up, in a not so good neighborhood, and then they leave and they get into a nicer neighborhood. It's not the fact that they think that they're better than those people, but hello, they don't want to be around the struggle no more. If you start to get to another level mentally wise, why do you want to look at other women or men who are in the struggle? You're trying to get out of the struggle, right? You're trying to open your mind up to a different atmosphere. Why do you still want to be in that same struggle bus or in that same place? Right? So you should always want to look at other people who are doing bigger things than you. Let me tell you something. Therese will tell you, when I see people who are doing bigger things than me, I get on their email list. I subscribe to their channels, right? I friend request them. I like their pages because I want to see their stuff in my timeline every day. I want to check out and see what they're doing. They're doing bigger, greater, better things. I want to get to that point. I'm not going to follow other people who are still on that struggle bus. who are still out there trying to figure it out. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I don't want to be the smartest person on my timeline. I don't. Right? So I want y'all to put in the comments right now. Thank y'all for participating. This is episode 1 to season 6 of our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. I want y'all to put in the comments, no more distractions. No more distractions. Start listening to other people, other women and men who are doing bigger and greater things than you. Start listening to other women and men who are consistent, who you want to be just as consistent as them, if not more. Right? Start doing it. I know a gentleman, he literally, once he started to create that pivot in his business, you know what he did? He unfriended everybody. He is like, I'm not going to sit there and comb through and figure out who should be, I should still be friends with, who I should. He's like, I'm just going to go down and hit unfriend. Hey, Twonta! He just went down the line and hit unfriend. And then he went in and he started following the people that inspired him. He went in and started following people that motivated him. But you have to purge and cleanse first, y'all. See, sometimes we are subscribed to things that's only pushing us back. When I see nonsense on my timeline, I click those buttons and I say, see no more, or see less, or block altogether. I don't want to see it. If it's not going to help me get to my next level, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. I don't care. Okay? So let's jump into tip number 4. We got girl Twonta in the chat, honey. Y'all say hi, Twonta. Yes. We are celebrating over here because this is episode 1 to our season 6 of our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. We're going to kick off the afterglow for this season, y'all, right after the show. So make sure y'all stay tuned. I like this one here because I have a client, her name is Darlene. And I remember years ago having this conversation with her about how the ones who are making the loudest noise are the ones who get the most attention. See, one of the things that has helped me become so successful is because I make a lot of noise. Earlier in my business career, I didn't know much about Facebook ads. I didn't really have a marketing team. I didn't have, nowhere near what I have now when it comes to support. Like I told y'all, all I had was my phone. So me not being knowledgeable of the whole managed marketing world, and really at the time we working 12 to 14 hours a day, and I didn't want to try to sit and take a course to learn about social media and all the things. Thank you, Twonta. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show up more than my competitors. So what I did is I went live 3, 4, 5 times a day. I showed up. I just showed up like a damn beast, whether it be for 10 minutes, for an hour, or whatever. I said, you know what? I can make more noise. Put that in the comments, y'all. Make more noise. The answer is always more. Like if you didn't make your goal in March, it's April now. I want to ask you, what more can you do this month? Maybe you can send out more emails. Maybe you can go live more. Maybe you can post more. Maybe when you post, instead of posting and saying goodbye, how about you go back into your post and engage with the people who engage with your content? Thank the people who liked your post. They could have liked anything, but they liked your content. More. Do more. The answer is always more. Right? And the ones who are making the most noise are the ones who are getting the most attention. And when I started to get more clients and I would ask them saying, hey, what made you decide to work with me? You know, the answer they will say? They would say, because I saw you all the time. Every time I turned on my phone, I even have family members that would say, girl, Teach, honey, Teach, every time I get on my Facebook, I see you, girl. I see, you got $20. Like, leave me alone. Click. You got $20, girl. You can send me some money in my cash. No, honey. No. We ain't doing that. Okay, thank you, though. Yes, y'all listen, I'm blanked out tonight because this is season 1. This is season 6, y'all. Yes. Y'all think I have enough bling on? I have more bling if y'all want me. I can put my little crown on, honey. if y'all want me to. So the ones who are making the most noise gets the most attention, right? The ones who are out there and you're being consistent, right? You're being determined, you're being diligent, you're being active, right? Just imagine how much attention that you're building. So let's go on to number 5, y'all. Number 5 is my favorite. Number 5 is my favorite because this is going to shock some of y'all. Some of y'all who think that, you know, people made it big because they're lucky. Don't you realize that everything that is big right now, come on, y'all. Everything that you see that you deem as big right now, that person out there is doing big things. That person out there is doing major things. This person's at the top. Everything, y'all, that started out big, started out small first. Come on now. Yes, come on, Twonta. Everything that you're watching right now that you're saying is big started out small. Started out right where you're at right now. Okay? So don't diminish the grind. Don't diminish the hustle. Don't diminish the work. Because if you want to do big things, y'all, you got to understand that sometimes you're going to be at a small point right now. But knowing that you're going to get to that big stage, big time, lifestyle that you want to live. But understand that you have to do the work. Don't look at other people like they're lucky or they're fortunate or they have something that is different from you. The most smartest people in the world are shy. The most richest people in the world would rather stand in the back of the room than talk in the front of the room. Okay? The most famous people in the world gets nervous when they get on stage or when they start speaking or when they hit that go live button. The only difference between you and Oprah, the only difference between you and Tyler Perry is that they took action. Oh my God! Hold on, let me put on my headphones. Okay. How are you? She snuck on in, honey. She's like, I'm coming through the window, honey.
I'm climbing.
coming in. Y'all say hi to Miss Twonta, girl. She had the spirit, honey. She came on here. She's like, I gotta get on here, girl. What do you think? How I'm doing?
Girl, come on now.
Yeah, I'm crying. I'm about to know. I'm crying.
I ain't want to mess up your flow.
No.
You looking
Can you
all
hear me?
fabulous. Yes, I can. Looking all
Awesome.
fabulous.
Well, I wanted to get like I was looking through my jewels, and I was like, I want to be saturated in diamonds. I was like, God, if you can show them the visualization of what the overflow looks like,
Yes.
help me to show it. So I was like, let me just put on all. I got more bling now.
Okay. Girl, looking all fly. I love it. And then she got her lipstick, honey, and her
yes. And diamonds on the fingernails, honey. I was like, yeah.
Girl, you hurting them. You hurting them, baby. You hurting them.
Yeah, I want to go out after this, honey.
Come on now.
Yes. So yeah, like I said, tonight's topic, y'all. Twonta, she always comes up with all the awesome topics. But why did you come up with this one? Let's talk about that real quick.
Because of you. I remember when we had our talk a while back, and you were saying something in regards to about, yeah, Twonta, it's your time, so time to make your noise, make your noise. And it stayed in my spirit. And I was like, oh, okay, I need to put that out there. Because,
right.
It's not just me or you, it's all of us sisters out there that we need to start making noise and be comfortable with the boldness of making noise. We need to be comfortable. Your voice may be shaking and trim and get but you still stand bold and strong in your actions because it's your time.
That's right.
To make your noise and to let people see who you are and that you're not that timid, shy, low back type of girl. Mm-hmm. You are feisty. You got a lot going on. You ready to shine. You just ready to dominate.
Right. And if you are that same timid, shy person, you still have a voice.
You
You
got a
know, you could
voice.
be that voice that represents all the other women that are timid and shy, that are introvert, but it still can make things happen. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I think that's definitely important. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, because like I said earlier, my overall like early years of my business mantra was, well, I gotta make more louder noise. I just gotta show up more. Like that's how that was resonating in my mind over and over again. I didn't look at the fact that I didn't have capital like most people did when they started off, like all this excessive money to do
Yeah.
graphics and get a website done and all that stuff. I didn't have a website until like much recently. You know, before then I just had my PayPal link, you know, or whatever, you know. But I knew that I could the only thing that one of the only things that we have a lot of control over is our voice, is how
Mhm.
loud and present and consistent that we want to be. And you
Right.
don't need all these outer components. This is why I tell my clients all the time, you don't need all these outside components for your consistency. Because a lot of us feel like, well, I don't have a landing page yet. I don't have a website yet. I don't have the graphics yet to
Mm-hmm.
launch. No, get out there and launch anyway, to
Mm-hmm.
see who is interested. Make some
Mm-hmm.
noise to see who wants it. Why wait? Because sometimes what happens is you invest thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing, on ads, on graphics, on all the things. And then you put it out there and nobody buys, because again, you don't, you know, you put it out there before really seeing whether or not people want it or not. So
Yeah.
it's like it also, what I find that when we're consistent, God will give us our rhythm. There's some days I just be on my rhythm. I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm banging it out, you know what I mean? But I had to first start off by being consistent before I got tapped into. It's like playing double dutch. Like you got to get in the rope to, like,
Mm-hmm.
I could never double dutch. Like when I used
Me
to, they
either.
used to let me turn, but they're like, no, Tisha, don't get it, because I cannot figure out how to double. I was horrible double dutcher, but I'll be holding the rope. But I find that when the girls got in the rope, they got their rhythm. They're like, you know, doing one foot and all this stuff, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, cool. But even turning the rope is a rhythm too.
It
When
is
you
a
have those
rhythm.
two ropes and you gotta like be
Yeah.
bopping and stuff. Yeah. So I'm so glad
Mhm.
you mentioned this topic. I really am.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's that time for us. It's this season, it's spring, summer's coming up. And why not, ladies? Why not go ahead and start making some noise and start letting people see what you are made of, and
Yeah.
just enjoy the moment. Really enjoy the moment. You don't need anybody's permission. You don't need anybody's permission to go
Nope.
ahead and start dominating and winning and starting your business. You don't need anybody's permission.
Hmm.
You go ahead and take dominance, take control, have fun.
And
You
one thing about permission is that you don't want to give the wrong people credit for your
know,
success. A lot of times we try to seek permission, people be on the sideline talking about, oh yeah, she made it because I helped her. No, you didn't.
mm,
Just because you put up a landing page doesn't mean I still had to get out there and do the footwork and market that.
yeah,
See, a lot. That's why I say we shouldn't wait for permission or confirmation from other people, because the wrong people would try to take credit for your success, and you don't want that to happen.
right. You don't want
Hmm.
that to happen. You really have to, be on your P's and Q's with that.
Hmm.
Because once you start elevating to your success, in that season of your life, you're going to have people that always want to get that little piece of bread.
Oh yes. Oh
They want
yes.
they want that crumb, honey. And you got to let
Yes.
them in their place, in a professional, nice way, depending on how
Hmm.
they present themselves to you. But
Hmm.
you just got to let them know, well, I appreciate you, being there in prayer, or whatever that
Hmm.
they did. But that's as far as it gets here with you
Hmm.
and I, because you did not get me to this point.
Amen.
You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So
Hmm.
you definitely got to be aware of that, because I don't know, and I don't understand why we as women still continue to have this nice nasty jealousy spirit.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't get it. And it's still happening as we speak, believe it or
Yeah.
not. You would think that with the COVID, the pandemic, that it will make people a little bit more softer, more
Hmm.
compassionate, more understanding. It just seemed like it just got worse, or it's just, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you definitely need to be careful of who your friends are,
Mm.
and also, just be careful not to exploit yourself.
Mm.
Don't expose
Wow.
yourself so much either.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are sitting there on the sidelines waiting for you to, spill out some stuff, to show some things that you're not supposed to be showing, and they'll take that, and use it to their advantage. So
Mm-hmm.
be careful with that too. And I don't know if you had discussed that before I came on or not, but yeah, you
No, I
definitely,
haven't.
yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, it goes back to, got to be very clear on who you should and shouldn't tell your plans or your visions to.
Hmm.
Um, because they're your vision. A lot of times when we get so excited about a new idea, a new concept, a new strategy, a new
Yeah,
venture, and we
yeah.
just want to share it, and we got to understand that no, you got to keep that. It's like a baby. Like when after you have a child, you're not
Yeah.
going to send it outside in the subway in
Mhm.
front of all these people. You want to get sick or what have you. Same thing with your
Right.
vision. You want to only get exposure to the right people who can carry
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Even for those people, they won't be able to execute it or really even give you a confirmation because it's your vision.
Right.
It's
It
yours.
is your
They,
vision.
it's like with Steve Harvey. I was watching the interview that he was doing, and he was saying how his children have all these ideas, and he doesn't want to limit them because they're their ideas. He even though
Right.
he don't see the vision, he's looking at it like I don't think that'll work out. Like one of his sons is doing a fashion line, and it blew
Mhm.
up like
Mhm.
overnight. And as a daughter does a skincare line.
Mhm.
And he didn't think, and even NFTs, the crypto, he's like, I don't, I'm from the hood. We don't know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah. Yeah.
stock market and all this. Like,
Right.
what does that mean? It's Chinese to me,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he hired other people who saw that vision, and sometimes you have
Mhm.
to do that as well. Instead of telling the people, hire the right people where you could say, hey, I got this idea. Like when he took Family Feud to Africa, and they're like, no,
Mhm.
that. But when he connected with the right people, I got this idea,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
literally the person called him back and said, all right, we got to go out there. This is how we're going to do it. We got to film
Right.
for a year, all this stuff. And yes, there was barriers, language barriers, accent, because what
Mhm.
I think there's over like 200 languages in Africa. That's like wow, trying
Yeah.
to get all that. But again, like he like having people around you that's when you say go, they're like, all right, we ready. Let's get
Mhm.
in the car. You
Mhm.
know, uh,
Mhm.
uh, what term did I use the other day? I said I like women that are like the get up and go girls. Like when you be like, girl, we ready to go. Okay, they got their person. Okay, let's go.
Just
They're
go.
not sitting there like, well, how are we gonna get there? Who's gonna pay for the metro car? Who's gonna pay for the Uber?
Mhm.
They're like, girl, let's get their purse. Let's go. Like I want to be around these get up and go girls. Let's go.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, we figure it out. We figured
We
out why we
figure it
need.
out, girl. We
Yeah,
got we got all the needs that we need, honey. We
yes,
gotta
see
take
it,
a
honey.
plane, train, car, whatever. Let's
Yes.
go. Oh yeah, all they care about is what we're gonna eat. That's the only question. That what we're gonna eat. That's the only question.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you say that because we get so comfortable in our comfort zone that
Yes,
we don't know how to have fun, and we get so intimidated about just getting out and go because a lot of
yes,
us are so what's the word? We are planners by nature, if you will. You want to
yes, we
prep
are.
and plan everything ahead of time before you
It's true.
actually walk out the door, and I get
Mm-hmm.
that. But sometimes you just got to have that impromptu moment. You just
Mm-hmm.
got like, girl, let's go. Let's have some
Let's just
fun.
go,
We'll
girl.
deal with it when we get there, but just enjoy the day, enjoy the moment,
Yeah. And I
all
get what you're
that
saying
stuff.
because while you're sitting there planning, you're not moving, and the time runs out. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. The place is closes in
Okay.
an hour. So
Yes. Yes.
yes, yes. So let's jump into because we got the afterglow right after the show. So Teresa, if you could pop the Zoom link in the chat, you join us for the afterglow tomorrow, girl.
I won't, unfortunately, because
So don't worry, ladies. I'll be there. Y'all can come on with me. But this is an interesting article.
Ooh,
Okay, this is what's news now,
what's
ladies.
new?
Yes, this is an interesting. Hold on, let me get rid of these ads. Oh, this is so annoying. Let
I
me
know.
close that. So this is a really interesting article that Therese found
Ooh.
because you guys know apps are like we got thousands of apps on our phones, but this new app, okay, that has been launched,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's by a couple, and they created an app to find black-owned restaurants.
That is super cool.
Yes.
Oh, Therese, come on, girl.
Girl, black
That
owned
is
restaurants.
awesome.
I think that's amazing because, to be honest, you don't know what's black owned and what's not. Like it's not like well, some of them are like we have a pizza new pizza spot out here, but you don't know if it's black owned unless you walk in and you see the sign.
Yes.
There's no ads or anywhere before you go in. And we have even a juicing, they call it we juicing in my neighborhood that just opened. They sell healthy smoothies, vegan stuff that
Mm-hmm.
just open. They're black owned. So I'm glad they have an app where you could just type in your zip code and you're going to you'll be able to shop or eat there. I think that's
Hmm.
amazing.
That is absolutely amazing because especially for a family that is moving or have moved or relocated
Hmm.
to from a new state or city or what
Yeah.
have you. And
Yeah.
they are the type of family that like to go out and eat, and they just don't want to go to a typical chain
Yeah.
restaurant, and they want to go to a place that they are familiar with, and what
Hmm.
food they like, and to find out that there's an app in that area, and you see the listings of the restaurants.
Yeah.
That is amazing because Lord
I
knows,
like that a lot.
when we moved here over about 20 years almost now, and it's
Hmm.
predominantly white community and everything, we were trying to at the time looking for a black owned restaurant too, and we couldn't find
Hmm.
any in this area. Now as we drive down on the highway to Detroit,
Right. Right.
and we want to take that drive out there like that, what I mean?
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
so this is absolutely cool. Does it say, like, do they already have a location already, or this is something that they still working and building or creating this?
I think it's already been created because it said creates app. So I think it's already being created.
Okay.
And
And this is a
uh
couple. This is awesome.
yeah, Anthony and Janique Edwards. They said
Yes.
they were tired of struggling and finding black owned eateries. So they created
Okay.
an app to solve the problem. It's called Eat Okra. Eat
Oh, wow.
Okra is a new app that connects users to black-owned restaurants in over 30 cities across the
Cities.
country.
That's good.
The couple founded the company in 2016 in Brooklyn.
Oh, right in your neck of the woods, girl.
Yes.
That is so cool.
And I like this girl because there's some soul food spots out here that listen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Spanish people can't make black soul food. White people can't make black soul food. It doesn't taste the same.
I
Tastes
don't.
like everything came out of one pot. I'm like, yeah, girl. How does the chicken taste same like the steak? Or if I no, you don't see the
Yeah.
difference. And it's not like trying to segment all these different places. It's just different.
Right.
Like, would y'all
It's
go
just
to
different.
like a West Indian spot that is owned by an Indian or something? Like, they don't know how
Mhm,
to make no oxtails
mhm.
like how you or no
Right.
fritters, girl. So it's like
Yeah.
again, if I'm going someplace, I that's the worst when you go to a restaurant, you sit there to wait and you eat the food and it's not like
Hmm.
culturally how you're used to eating it. I
Yeah.
don't like watery mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
I went to
Exactly.
a rib spot, soul food rib spot. They put vinegar in the collard greens. I was like, what is this? I was eating it, Tawanda, and I was like, something's not right. Is this? And I asked, I'm like, are y'all sure y'all got the good batch or y'all get the batch from yesterday? They said,
Right.
no, no. I said, oh, we just put vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I'm like, "Oh, what? I don't like vinegar. And the collard greens, the collard greens. I don't like vinegar.
Yes.
I said, fat back, that's it. Put some fat
That's
back
it.
in there. Or if you don't got the fat back, you put bacon on the bottom of the pot and.
Something. Some sauteed onions,
But vinegar,
Yeah.
it tasted
It's
bad.
amazing what people do. And that's the thing too. You also got to be careful. Even though it is black owned restaurants, there's some people that really don't know how to cook, and they're I
They
don't.
don't. I don't go to a deli unless it's an Italian deli because
Mm,
they just make the sandwiches different. The bread is different. I
yeah.
don't like Subways. I don't like
Okay.
Wendy's.
Okay. I
You
understand that.
know.
I understand
I
that.
don't want like
Yeah.
one slice of meat. I want like when I open it, it's like
Yes.
you
Yes, like
know,
you can make a
meat in my
sandwich
mouth.
out of a sandwich because they put
Yes,
so much meat in there. I know. I've been,
exactly.
honey. I remember back in
Yes.
the day going home, in Harlem. My uncle and aunt
Oh,
used to live,
girl.
man, and we go to the corner store,
Bacon, egg, and
and they would
cheese,
have this
sausage.
sandwich.
Oh, oh. A
The
quarter store had. I like. I want double sausage. They're like, look at that fat girl. Always ask to put extra meat. Like, yes, I
Yes,
want double sausage.
come on. And they don't cheat you either, honey. They give it
Uh,
to you. Okay, girl,
you
listen.
go to Subway, honey. They act like just one little piece on this. Like, oh, and all this lettuce. You got all this lettuce and
Girl.
tomato.
And if you want extra, they charge you
Oh
extra.
yes, they do. They charge you extra for another one slice of meat. At least you put two, three slices for one slice of meat. So all you eating is bread and the lettuce.
Yes, that's it. That's it. I
I
miss New
can't.
York food. I really do
Oh
because
yes.
especially the New York pizza. Oh,
Oh
I
yes.
love the New York pizza for real. I haven't
Yes.
had
Oh,
it since
we serious about our pizza out here. Like we're very picky out here about our pizzas.
you got every right to be because
Hmm.
everybody can't hook and you get that nice big slice of
Yes.
too, man. Oh,
You don't know. You don't meet a lot of people in New York. I mean, you meet some, but here in New York, you don't
yeah,
meet a lot of people. They be like, "Oh, I love Domino's." Like, like Domino's. Like, we like pizza. Like the oven stone cooked
yes,
pizza is so good.
yeah,
Oh,
girl. I hear you. I hear you. It,
so
whenever
I love this app. I love this app.
I love it too. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Therese, for blessing us with that. That is
Yes.
awesome. You guys go check it out, and especially to see which area, which cities that they
I
have
know. I'm gonna
restaurants.
download it right now. It's
It might
called
be
Eat
in your neck of
Okra.
the woods. It might be in your neck of the woods. Eat okra. Come on with it. I don't like
Mm.
okra, but I'll go ahead and still check it out.
What's okra? What is that?
That's the vegetable, that green slimy stuff.
Oh my god.
It's a very popular. It's like you gotta love it. Love hate it. It's a love hate kind of relationship with okra, basically.
Is it
So
like
it's
guacamole
green.
like that?
No, mm-mm. It's a green vegetable. When you cook it or like you put in a stew, it produces this slimy texture kind of thing. But you
Mm.
can fry it too. You can There's fried okra, Lord, fried okra. But I don't like okra anyway, period, especially with
I
the
don't like
slimy
okra.
stuff.
I don't think I want to like it.
No, that's not for me. That's just not for me.
Think about
But there's, like I
slime.
said,
Ugh.
it's a love-hate relationship with that vegetable. It really, really is. So, you know.
Yeah. So listen, y'all, we're not going to do the giveaway tonight. We're going to jump right into the afterglow. So make sure. Oh, thank you. See, look at that, Therese. Go ahead, Tawanta.
Yes, y'all, the Spring Fling self-care event, which is coming up on the last Saturday of the
Therese is the
month.
best.
Yes, and this is the time, ladies. Okay, March is over. Okay, there is no pre-order now. Now you got to order. Okay, order your kit now so you could get it in time. All right, and so we won't have anybody crying at the last minute. Like, I didn't get my more. Well, you should order
Mm.
now. Okay, all right. So it's $30 for the kit, and of course our spring fling, our self-care event is a great event to be a part of because we talk about things, we talk about life and all of that, and even though we getting pampered and all of that, but it's more importantly the self-care is more for our soul. It's for our
Mhm.
soul. So we have a great time, ladies, and if you are part of the group, the Sister to Sister Connection tribe, you definitely
Yeah.
have the access to definitely request to participate in the event. It is for all you beautiful sisters out there. And
Yeah.
so also come next month, the price will increase. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know because we all have been dealing with inflation. We all
Yeah.
been dealing with it. And those of you who are business women or
I feel
entrepreneurs,
inflated.
yeah,
Mhm.
girl. You already know. You already know.
Mhm.
So, yes, I'm just giving you guys a heads up notice. that the price will increase depending on the event, the theme, and then of course it result to the packet that I put together. But be aware and be prepared for that. So next month, depending on what it's going to be, I will tell you the price point at that point, but just be ready for it, because it will definitely include the shipping and the handling cost. Okay, just to let you guys know. Now, of course, I get it. Things that is challenging. I understand. But let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I
Talk
know
about it.
for a fact that sisters have been going out, hanging out, checking out Maxwell and Joe and Anthony, all of them brothers at that tour, and they've been all over the place. Come on with it. And I know them tickets was not cheap. It may have been
Oh,
reasonable, but it still wasn't
oh
cheap.
my
And y'all
God.
did not have a problem coughing up them change. So
Don't
you
hurt him.
show and see Maxwell doing his thing, honey, because he fine. Yes, he is. But I know y'all ain't had no problems. So don't come up talking about I can't. Yes, you can. Okay, and New Edition. Thank you, Therese. That's right, New
Oh
Edition.
my God. Therese
New,
got in on it. And
New Edition. Oh, okay. Wait, that's right, because New Edition, who was on that line? Who else was on that concert? Was it Uncle Charlie Wilson?
girl,
Were you on that too?
I'm from the younger generation. I know none of the people. I don't know none of the
Oh my God. Well, I know them all. Okay. And I ain't go near not one. I went to the concert, but it was on YouTube and it was free. Hello. So I say this.
Amen. Love the tube.
Okay. So listen, I may be tripping on it, laughing, but I'm being serious, because and you know what, it's so crazy, because my husband, he's doing a gospel production coming up soon, and
Oh, cool.
he's trying to get the people, the top hot headliners and all that stuff or whatever, and the ticket price is going to cost, of course, what's to be expected, but it's
Yeah.
mighty strange how us folks, we go ahead and turn our nose when it comes to this. But when it comes to a concert like Beyonce or anybody else like that, we ain't got no problems paying or coughing up that 200.
LaShawn said, I'm not making them rich.
Come on, LaShawn. So Sean said, I'm not even thinking about that.
I bet you she got her personal here saying that I ain't making them rich. My money stay in my purse.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
Ain't getting an ounce of my money, baby.
Okay. So I'm just throwing that out there, because I think we sometimes get our priorities kind of mixed up a little bit. We put so much time, and we spend our rent money, or hair
Not
money,
the
or whatever.
rent money.
Girl, yes, people desperate sometimes. They want, oh, I gotta see him. I love me some, some Prince or some whoever from back in the day. Girl, they would do whatever they gotta do to come go to that concert.
But when you was telling me the prices, I'm like, what? I remember going to a concert and I think the ticket was like maybe $20, $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
But 200 something dollars. Like I was like, are they serving food?
Girl, no.
No. I'm like, what?
No.
So I'm going to be in the crowd amongst all these people possibly getting COVID. Possibly. Because
baby, listen.
$200. At least they could have like a buffet table, like like little spread, little sandwich spread.
No, it's especially for like the millennials, with the groups that's out today, like BTS and Harry Styles and all those kind of cats out there. Now, the tickets, well, for Stephanie, she got the ticket a long time ago, so it was very cheap for her. But as it was getting closer and closer to the event, of course, the price was spiking. So if you want to be right close to the stage, it was like $500. I ain't lying. And people paid for that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, because Chris upped his prices after what happened, honey, and people paid it. We looked on that thing, it went from 40 to 400. I was like, God damn. Crazy. Capitalization, honey. God, I'll be here for all that.
Yeah,
that's the upper seats. That's like basically he looks like an ant from where you sitting. You won't be that high. Up close, it was like 4K. I'm like, God damn. Is there food?
Baby,
No. Oh God. Can I
honey.
get can I get a food card? Like you put money on the card and you go to the concession stand and eat. They paid it.
Yeah, they're paying.
Not me.
It's
Not
amazing
I
how
changed
people
my
are doing
mind
that.
real quick. I was
Listen,
like,
I
nope.
said
I
nope,
was like, nope. I'm good.
nope.
I could laugh from my home. Seriously.
Okay.
I could laugh from my couch.
But this is how it was back in the day. Females back then, they will
Yeah.
spend their rent money, you
Get their
know,
hair done too. They got
yeah,
they
they
gotta
get
get
their hair
new
done and stuff.
outfit,
Right, to
nails.
go to these concerts and stuff
Hmm.
and everything. They would do that. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably still continue to do that.
Well, Diane, how about at least they go off as a potluck, like everybody just bring a dish. That don't cost anything. All they gotta pay for is the warmers, the thing you put.
The only way you get free food is
Diane like, ew.
if you if you rent out the what's the box? It's called the box or
Yes,
something.
yes,
You
I've
know,
seen
with
that.
the
Yeah, the
executives.
penthouse.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
the only time you'll get some free food, especially if you ain't paying it. If you're not
yeah,
paying it, then of course, but you've been invited to that room,
yes.
that's a blessing right there.
That's how I
But
like it.
yeah, but when my
Let me
husband,
get a little shrimp cocktail thing. You go.
yes, honey, okay. Back in the day, it was sweet. It was a
Yeah,
blessing, honey.
boy,
Okay,
listen.
and they had all the good food up there, even the
I'm
dessert.
not really hungry, but
Okay. Like, oh, what's over there? Ooh,
I don't want to be rude because they got this nice table set up. There. I don't want to be rude.
help yourself. It's plenty.
Please, go right ahead.
Oh my God. So yeah, guys, listen, the spring fling, that's the theme, is coming up the last Saturday of this month. So ladies, it's April. So go ahead, make it plain, make it happen. Go ahead and request your packet today, tonight, tomorrow, and I'll be happy to send it to you as soon as possible. So don't wait to and the date. What date did we
Oh
finalize?
yes, we did say the 25th, which is a Monday.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
last day, the cutoff. But
That's the cutoff date to order the
yes, thank
packet.
you for that.
Yeah, it is the last
Almost
day,
forgot.
guys. So you have what, 2 weeks at
Oh,
least?
excuse me.
We got what, 2 weeks left or something like that? A little bit
Yeah,
over.
about that. Yeah.
So ladies, that is not a long time. It's not a long time. Okay. And we have around over 40 plus women in our tribe. And
Mm-hmm.
so, our goal is to get up to 10 women in this
Amen.
self-care event. We can do it. It can
We can
happen.
do it.
Yes. So we're gonna
We
make it
can.
happen, right? So yes, guys, I'm excited. I'm so
Me
excited.
too. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is season 6 of the Sister to Sister Connection. We are so happy that you guys have been riding with us. This season is going to be
It
awesome.
is.
So,
It
guys,
is.
if you have a friend, share the link, send them a text message. We want y'all to bring a sister friend with you to every show so y'all can enjoy. They can come onto the after show. We can
Mhm.
reflect. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna hang out on the afterglow, right? And
Mhm.
partay. Okay. I ain't
Mhm.
got no food back there though. So bring your own.
Yeah,
Go
I
fry
gotta
you up
go.
some hot dogs real quick and come on in.
Yeah, I still got work to do on this end.
All
So,
right. Thank you
hey,
for
I
having
love
us, Toronto. Girl,
I love you
yeah. I'm
guys.
so excited, love. I'll see you soon. All right,
Have
y'all.
a
Back
good
to the
one.
club.